everyone, Mitch Jackson from TrialLawyerExpert.tv. In this video, we're going to spend a few minutes talking about having a witness draw a diagram and then using that diagram in your next jury trial. One of the first steps of using a witness to draw a diagram is to make sure you lay the foundation of what that witness is going to be drawing before asking the witness to actually draw the diagram. Here's what I mean. If you're asking a witness who witnessed an automobile accident to draw a diagram of an intersection or a roadway and placing on that diagram where she observed the vehicles just before the impact or at the time of impact, you need to lay a foundation. You need to show the judge and the jury and opposing counsel that this witness personally observed the facts that he or she is going to be testifying to and that he or she is going to be drawing on the diagram. And here's how you do it. You ask the who, what, when, where, why, and how questions. Based upon why you have this witness on the witness stand, if she saw an accident take place, ask the witness questions as to where was she located, what did she observe, what did she hear, what did she smell, who did she talk to. Lay all the foundational questions as to what this witness personally perceived just before and at the time of the accident. Ask the witness to tell the jury exactly what she saw concerning your accident. Okay, once you've done this, now you ask the court for permission to allow the witness to walk over to the whiteboard and draw a diagram for the jury as to what the witness observed and where the witness places each of the vehicles just before or at the time of the collision. Now, at this point in time, many lawyers forget about making sure the written record is accurate. While the witness is drawing on the whiteboard, you need to describe on the record exactly what the witness is drawing so that there's an accurate record for appeal purposes. So as the witness draws on the whiteboard the roadway or an intersection where the collision took place, narrate for the court reporter, for the record, exactly what the witness is drawing. Let the record reflect that Mrs. Jones just drew an intersection of Main and Waterman, Main running north and south, and Waterman running east and west. Something like that. If the witness then places and draws the vehicles on the diagram, maybe using an X or maybe drawing an actual vehicle, make sure you state for the written record. And look at the jury while you're pointing this out. Let them know it's important that you're paying attention to the details, but you say something like, let the record reflect that the witness has marked an X on the diagram marked exhibit number 5 as to where she observed the plaintiff, Mr. Jones' vehicle, immediately before entering the intersection. Along the same lines, do the same thing with respect to where that witness marks the defendant's vehicle at the time of the collision. Be very descriptive, be very detailed in describing for the written record what the witness is drawing on the whiteboard. Now, once you're done with this witness, once the witness has drawn a diagram, you can have the witness take the witness stand again and ask some follow-up questions. It's up to the judge's discretion as to whether or not he or she will allow that diagram to actually be moved into evidence. It depends on how accurate the diagram is. It depends on how well your witness perceived what he or she saw and was able to communicate and eventually draw or place on the diagram. So it comes down to the judge's discretion, and that's okay. In many instances, you may not even want the diagram to be admitted into evidence. You're using that diagram to help complement the live, direct, or cross-examination of a witness to help make a point, to help hammer that point through to the jury. Okay, so just because you have a witness draw a diagram does not mean that you automatically want to have that diagram admitted into evidence. But if you decide ahead of time that that is your goal, that's your game plan, then make sure you lay a detailed foundation such that the judge will understand and appreciate the fact that that diagram accurately depicts exactly what the witness saw that day. Now, the same type of approach applies with, for example, other types of diagrams or traffic boards. Some attorneys will use a model placed on a board of, you know, an intersection, a location where something has happened that's at issue in the trial, and so the witness will come up and move objects on the board to help explain to a jury exactly what they saw and exactly where certain things were at the time of a particular incident. So if the witness is using an accident board as opposed to a whiteboard, once again, make sure you describe on the record exactly where the witness is placing certain items on the board as he or she is answering your questions. It's very, very important. Now, here's a little technique you may want to use. Talk to opposing counsel before the trial starts or before this witness takes a stand if you think this is something you may want to do, because it actually benefits everybody involved. And you may want to actually shoot a photograph of an exhibit, whether it's a whiteboard, or you might want to take a photograph of an accident board after the witness has testified, and in some instances after the jury has left the courtroom on a break. You then take this photograph and you have it marked as an exhibit, and you stipulate that this exhibit be placed into evidence. What you've just done is you've been able to document, you know, the diagram drawn by the witness for future use on appeal. And when you think about it, this might actually benefit everybody involved. Whiteboards can be erased, paper drawings can be lost or torn, accident boards can be tipped over, they can be misplaced. So by photographing these objects and these things for future use on appeal, it could potentially save everybody a lot of work and a lot of heartache down the road should evidence be misplaced or should an issue come up having to do with exactly what was or was not indicated on a particular drawing. Well, that's it for today's TrialLawyerExpert.tv tip. I hope you found it useful. Diagrams are really easy to use. They're effective to use. It helps keep your direct or cross-examination interesting in front of a jury. And if you go about it the right way, if you lay your foundation and you make sure the diagram is relatively accurate, then you shouldn't have a problem with using it during trial, and if you like, even having it admitted into evidence. If you have any questions, give me a call. We're at 1-800-661-7044, and you can follow our videos on our TrialLawyerExpert.tv blog 24/7. We look forward to your comments. We look forward to your suggestions. If you have a topic you'd like us to cover, by all means, give us a call, shoot us an email, leave a comment, and we'll see if we can put a video together to answer your particular trial tip questions. That's it. It's been a pleasure. Remember to always make today your masterpiece.